7 out of 10 people in the United States are living paycheck to paycheck. Picture a street with 10 houses. 7 of those households are one missed paycheck away from not being able to pay rent or put food on the table. If that includes you, you are not alone. But nobody should be left behind when it comes to money. There are 3 types of people who need to hear this. Those drowning in credit card debt and student loans, those investing but unsure if they're doing it right, and those starting over after divorce, widowhood, or financial devastation. The average age of widowhood in this country is 59, and the financial impact on women in that situation is often catastrophic. No matter where you are right now, it is never too late, unless you give up. The decision to change comes from one of 2 places: pain or clarity. Some people hit rock bottom first. Others get clear on their values and build a plan early. Either way, the lesson is the same. You don't get rich in days, you get rich in decades. Debt can be acquired in a day, but it takes time and consistency to climb out. You can max out a credit card in an afternoon, but paying it off could take years. We are now living in an automatic economy. That economy either makes you rich or keeps you poor. There is no middle ground. There are 2 escalators to wealth in America: real estate and stocks. Every tax law, every incentive, every opportunity in the financial system is designed to benefit those 2 asset classes. If you are not participating in either, you are being left behind. The good news is that technology has made investing accessible to everyone. Someone making $12 an hour at a retail job can open an investment account on their phone tonight and start building wealth. The biggest financial mistake people make is having no plan. Either you have a plan for your money or someone else does. Your landlord has a plan for your money. It's called rent. Your credit card company has a plan. It's called interest. Amazon has a plan. It's called Prime. Businesses do not want your money once. They want it for a lifetime through subscriptions, streaming services, gyms, vitamins, beauty products, all automatically pulling from your account every month. Most people are shocked when they actually count. $15 here, $40 there. It adds up to hundreds of dollars every month, often for things they forgot they were paying for. Tools like Monarch or YNAB can help you see every outgoing payment and take back control. The greatest myth about money is that earning more will make you wealthy. It won't, not unless you keep some of what you make. How many people do you know who got a raise but were still broke at the end of the month? The principle is simple. Pay yourself first, automatically, 1 hour a day of your income, which equals approximately 12 to 14% of your gross income. Here's why this works. When you contribute to a 401k, that money bypasses income tax entirely. If you earn $100 in a day and put $12 into your 401k, only $88 is taxed. Instead of giving that $12 to the IRS first and saving what's left, you save it before the IRS ever touches it. That money then grows tax deferred until retirement. Fidelity has tracked this data extensively. As of recent reporting, 565,000 people have become 401k millionaires. On average, they have $1.4 million in their retirement accounts, reached that milestone in approximately 26 years, and saved about 14% of their gross income. These were not hedge fund managers. These were ordinary workers, teachers, factory employees, office staff, who simply spent 86 cents out of every dollar they earned. For most people with a 401k, invest in a target date mutual fund. It automatically adjusts risk based on how far you are from retirement. Aggressive when you're young, conservative as you get closer. You pick the fund that matches your retirement year and leave it alone. For those who want one simple recommendation beyond the 401k, consider the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, ticker symbol VTI. This single fund holds approximately 3,600 stocks, giving you ownership in the entire U.S. economy at very low cost. And do not try to pick individual stocks. Social media makes it look easy, but the pattern is always the same. Save, lose everything on bad bets, save again, lose again. Compound interest has been called the eighth wonder of the world. Spending just $27.40 daily adds up to $10,000 per year. That's a morning coffee, a lunch delivery, and a couple of small purchases. But if you invested that $27.40 daily for 40 years at the stock market's historical average return of 10% per year, you would accumulate $4.4 million. That is the power of compound interest. If 12% feels impossible, start with 1% and increase by 1% every month. Within a year, you'll be at 12% and you'll barely have noticed the lifestyle change. Ask yourself this: if your employer cut your pay by 10% but asked you to stay, would you? Most people would. They would adjust. So why is it so hard to give yourself that same 10%, except instead of giving it to your employer, you keep it for your own future? A complete financial plan has 3 accounts. First, the retirement account, 12 to 14% of income in a 401k or Roth IRA invested in a target date fund or VTI. Second, the security account, 3 to 5% of income in a money market account, currently yielding around 4% for real emergencies like a job loss or a medical bill, not a vacation. Third, the dream account, savings for future goals. If the dream is 1 to 2 years away, keep it in a money market. If 5 years away, a 60-40 balanced mutual fund. If 7 or more years away, consider all stocks. For gig workers, freelancers, and part-time workers without a 401k, open a Roth IRA. You contribute after-tax money, but every dollar of growth and every dollar you withdraw in retirement is completely tax-free. The annual contribution limit is $7,500. Set it up at Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard and automate it to pull from your checking account the day after your paycheck arrives. When changing jobs, never cash out a 401k. Taxes and penalties can cost you 30 to 50% of the balance. A $10,000 balance cashed out today could have been worth $50,000 to $100,000 over 40 years. Instead, roll it into an IRA or your new employer's plan. Watch out for 2 mistakes: the rolled over money landing in cash and never getting invested, and your savings rate getting automatically dropped to 3% when you switch plans. Vanguard research found that second mistake alone cost the average person an estimated $300,000 in retirement savings. Credit cards are traps, especially store cards with interest rates of 20 to 30%. Never accept a store card for a 10% discount. You'll pay far more in interest than you ever saved at checkout. To get out of credit card debt, use the DOLP system, done on last payment. List all your cards from smallest balance to largest. Pay the minimum on everything, but throw every extra dollar at the smallest balance first. Once it's gone, apply that freed up payment to the next card. Every card you eliminate is one fewer trap in your life. Home ownership is the single most important driver of generational wealth in America. Every mortgage payment builds equity, ownership in something that belongs to you. Every rent payment builds equity for someone else. The first home is never the dream home. It's smaller, less ideal, less comfortable than what you could rent. But it begins the process of building wealth that gets passed down. Approximately 40% of home buyers today receive down payment assistance from family. For those without that option, the path involves saving aggressively, buying in more affordable markets, or living with family temporarily to build a down payment. It's never too late. A couple in their 50s saving $40 a day combined, $20 each, and investing it for 15 years could accumulate close to $500,000 by age 65. That's roughly the cost of skipping one restaurant meal and one coffee run each day per person. Finally, every couple should be able to answer this question right now. If my partner died tomorrow, what would I need to know? The location of every account, every password, every old 401k, every insurance policy, the will, the safety deposit box keys. 6 out of 10 people don't have a will. Many who do have wills more than 10 years out of date, essentially obsolete. Everything comes down to one action: pay yourself first. Automatically, 1 hour a day of your income for life. Start at 1% if you have to. Increase it by 1% each month. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The moment you begin, even with $5 or $10, you've made a choice for yourself, and that choice is the beginning of everything changing.